Welcome to D&D Daily English, everyone. Today is the 29th of May, 2026, and I'm Daphne.
And I'm Dan. Good to be here. Today's story is a serious one. It's about what really happens to your old clothes after you throw them away.
Precisely. Most of us have heard the term fast fashion. It means buying lots of cheap clothes, wearing them a short time, and then discarding them. But what happens next is a story far fewer people know about.
So there's a city in northern India called Panipat. It's known as India's textile city. And every year, more than 1 million tons of discarded clothes arrive there, from the US, UK, Japan, and other countries.
These garments arrive by the truckload. Inside large warehouses, workers sort clothes by color and fabric type. Zippers and buttons are removed. Fibers are pulled apart, spun into new thread, dyed and rewoven into rugs, carpets, and blankets. On paper, it sounds rather like an efficient circular system.
Yeah, like a solution to waste, right? But the reality is very different. The process is causing serious harm to the workers and to the environment around the city.
Let's talk about the workers first. CNN spoke to one man. They called him Rajesh to protect his job. He's been working in a cotton recycling unit for decades. Every day, tiny fibers from the fabric float into the air. He breathes them in constantly.
He said he coughs all day and gets short of breath. And here's the really troubling part. When CNN visited these recycling units, none of the workers were wearing face masks, no protective clothing at all.
A local respiratory specialist, that's a doctor who treats breathing problems, explained that inhaling these fibers every day can cause a condition called fibrosis. That means permanent, irreversible damage to the lungs. By the time it's diagnosed, it's largely too late to reverse.
And it's not just the dust. Workers in the dyeing units, where clothes are colored using chemicals, face a completely different set of dangers. One former worker showed CNN chemical burns on his neck from liquid dripping on his skin. Workers handled hot chemicals with bare hands. No gloves, no masks.
When the president of Panipat's Dyeing Association was asked about this, his response was rather remarkable. He suggested the workers themselves were to blame, that they were uneducated and simply chose not to wear the safety equipment provided. I'll leave listeners to form their own conclusions about that explanation.
Yeah, that's a tough one. And these workers, most of them, have no health insurance, no formal benefits. If they get sick or injured, they lose their income. There's basically no safety net. One woman, Rita, is working to support her family because her husband was injured on a machine at the same kind of factory.
She has 3 children. She said, and I'm paraphrasing here, "I have to work." That says everything about the lack of choice these workers face. Many come from poorer regions of India, drawn by modest but steady income. The industry supports hundreds of thousands of jobs.
So it's this complicated situation. People need the jobs, but the jobs are making them sick, and there doesn't seem to be much government protection in place. CNN contacted several government agencies in the region. None of them responded.
And the damage extends beyond the workers themselves. Wastewater from the dyeing and bleaching process flows into open drains. This contaminated water then enters the wider water system, water that nearby villages use for washing, farming, and drinking.
Northern India already has some of the most polluted air in the world. Adding chemical fumes and textile dust from these factories makes it even worse. The doctor CNN spoke to said clearly, breathing this air every day shortens people's lives.
So the next time you see a £5 for a t-shirt offer or a buy 3 get 1 free sale at a fast fashion retailer, it is worth pausing for a moment. The price tag in the shop does not reflect the full cost of production or, indeed, of disposal.
It really makes you think about what we choose to buy
and what we do with clothes when we're done with them. Donating might feel good, but where do those clothes actually end up?
Exactly the right question to be asking. Today's key vocabulary is recycling, fibers, informal labor, contamination, and lifespan. Look them up, use them, and think about them in the context of today's story.
That wraps up episode 31 of D&D Daily English. If today's story made you think differently about fast fashion, and I rather hope it did, please do like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Your support genuinely encourages us and motivates us to continue to refine and bring better content to you every day. Keep learning, keep growing, and we'll see you next time.